Here with me now, Pennsylvania Republican Congressman, former U.S. Navy JAG Corps attorney on the House Appropriations Committee as we speak, Guy Reschenthaler. Welcome back to the show.
Kennedy, thanks for having me back on. I always enjoy it. Look, I don't think what Leader McCarthy said and what Republicans are saying is that we're going to stop funding to Ukraine. Biden and the Democrats can spin it that way because they're desperately failing at this election cycle. What Kevin McCarthy and what House leadership is saying is that we'll continue to fund the Ukrainian war effort, but we need to see results. We need to make sure that that aid is lethal aid. We need to make sure that the Ukrainians have the equipment they need to actually win this war. Additionally, we need to have oversight. We have an oversight investigative body right now in place for Afghan reconstruction. We can use that. Obviously, we're not involved in Afghanistan anymore. We can use that entity to oversee in real time, Kennedy, the spending in Ukraine so American taxpayer dollars aren't being wasted.
Well, I think it's a very fair ask to audit where that much money is going. And also the thing that has bitten us in the keister in Afghanistan a couple times, it turns out, is giving lethal aid to people who then turn around and use that lethal aid on us. How do we know for certain that those good weapons aren't going to fall into bad hands? And that is not to say that I think the Ukrainian people and the Ukrainian military are not brave. I think they are. I think they have been tested and they've showed amazing heroism. Having said that, weapons often find their way to in the hands of the wrong people who then want to use them on us. So I think all of that is a very reasonable ask. And I want to know, when did Democrats become the hawks? When did they make the shift and want to start killing indiscriminately?
Well, exactly. If you look at Biden's comments the other day saying that Republicans don't get it, this is the guy that surrendered the Bagram Air Base in Afghanistan. This is the guy that left all the military equipment for the Taliban. When it comes to Ukraine, this is the guy that called Zelensky and told Zelensky to get on the first plane out of there because his nation was going to fall within hours. Biden was wrong about that. He's the one that was talking about the United States accepting a quote-unquote minor incursion into Ukraine at the beginning of the war. His weakness, his vacillation led to Russian aggression. And now he's somehow making it seem like it's the Republicans' fault because America's effort is waning here. It's ridiculous. And let's not forget, his liberal progressive caucus in the House drafted a letter basically saying that we should be looking to concede land to Vladimir Putin. It's absolutely ridiculous. If there's one person that's undermining the war effort, it's Joe Biden because he refused to give the Ukrainians the aid they needed. And he still does. They still don't. The Ukrainians still don't have the MiGs. We're still not giving them long-range missiles, for example. So it's been his lack of support and his unwillingness to go big early on, that's led to this protracted war.
I agree with that. And it really seems like, by the way they're telegraphing their strategy or lack thereof, they just want the war to go on and on and on. And that's horrible for Ukraine. That is not doing them a favor at all. I know we have to go, but very quickly, do you think Oz beats Fetterman in your state?
For sure. I think Oz wins by 2 or 3%. Fetterman is getting crushed. His soft on crime attitude, the fact that he wants to release 1/3 of all prisoners from Pennsylvania State Prison, that's killing him, especially when Philadelphia and Pittsburgh are suffering from historically high crime rates.
Well,
Oz gets this thing done by 2 or 3.
Not if you think automatic weapons fire exchange between rival factions. If you think that's a bad thing, maybe. But if you're all for it, then Fetterman is your guy. Congressman Reschenthaler, thank you so much.
Thanks, Kennedy. Take care.
You too.